Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We are live.
What's
I am
up?
sales director Trinity Brown.
And I'm Erica Lee, Independent Sales Director. Welcome to
Welcome.
Wednesday nights.
Oh, welcome. I actually saved a thing that said welcome to Wednesday how-tos, and apparently it didn't save because it was saying lunchtime facelift, and that's definitely not tonight. So, so thank you, ladies, for joining us tonight. If you are a guest, thank you. Welcome. We are so happy to have you here, and thank you for supporting your beauty consultant or us if we are your beauty consultant, because it's so huge right now to shop small. I mean, some of my girls, I tell them, like, people got to wash their face with something, and our product
Right.
is phenomenal. They might as well try it. And then, hey, it's better than giving to the man, and paying CVS, right? Pay your beauty consultant and support her family. So thank you so much for being on here. If you are a consultant, let me go back. A guest, what we like to do to show our guests appreciation, because Mary Kay has been so generous to us, we want to be generous to you. So comment, because we are going to give a prize away. Heidi has won a few times now, so she needs some competition. Okay. We already got some. Oh, hey girl. And Ciara. So it's Ciara, right? Is that
Ciara.
Yeah. Okay. And she's consultant, right?
She is. So just FYI, for the consultants, we will have a special drawing for you two ladies, just for your perfect attendance to the lives. Okay.
That's what I was going to say, is we are working on something for the consultants, because, hey, we are always learning. We are always wanting to grow, and we need to build some camaraderie in here. And we need you ladies in here too, because this is going to become not just mine and Erica's group. We want this to be for all ladies, and we need feedback. We need to know what tutorials you want to see. We need you on here. And so as a reward to you, we are working on something, a consistency. So as you join us every week, learn, you might as well earn while you learn. So get your guests on here too, because our mission, we are on a mission to make every woman feel beautiful inside and out. And we have this amazing platform with our Mary Kay company, our Mary Kay products. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. If you are just joining us and this is new to you, our products are made right here in the US for the market. Excuse me, let me turn that ringer off. Right here in the US market in North Texas, paraben free, non-comedogenic. Okay. That is huge tonight when we're talking about makeup. What that means, fancy word for, it's not going to clog your pores. It's just going to sit right on top. Think of it like the windshield of your car, protecting your skin from all the elements outside, right? So we want that protection. And for those gals that aren't really makeup people or makeup ladies, you're going to learn tonight that this is actually, your foundation is your last step in your skincare. And we're going to have some good options for you if you're not really like loving the idea of foundation, but we want to protect our skin so we age beautifully like a luscious grape and not a little shriveled up prune,
I love that. She said luscious. Girl, are you a red grape or a green one? I want to know.
That's hard. Yeah. I feel like I go back and forth because, if you get a really good green one, it's good and it's got that little... But I don't know. I normally would like pick the red ones. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do tonight. Non-comedogenic, not going to clog your pores. And also we don't test on animals. So that's really big. We love our fur babies, and Mary Kay has been super passionate about that, super passionate about the opportunity for women. And there was one country, we're in 40 different countries now worldwide. And there was a country that got a lot of flack, and they were giving Clinique a hard time and some other cosmetic companies, PETA was, and Mary Kay said, sorry. They like took it on their shoulders. They said, we are not going to pull out. I know you think that looks bad, but we are going to instigate change. And they did that. They formed the first committees to do in vitro testing. And so it's super passionate on their heart. And then lastly, our facility here is 0% landfill. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like 100% landfill free. That's kind of just a hard way of saying it. So 0% landfill. So really big on this woman tribe and supporting women, really big on the environment. And so we're going to get into it. We want to talk about tonight setting the foundation. So that's why we've got our eyes done, because normally if you caught us last week, we talked about the brows at WOW. Now I did kind of cheat. I finished my brow a little bit and my mascara. I usually do that as my very last step. And also a little cheating tonight is I'm not going to do my under eye corrector. We're going to have another night where we talk about contouring. But tonight is all setting that foundation. So I have done my skincare. It's why I'm a little shiny too. I've got my moisturizer on. And if you're getting ready in the morning, at least give yourself, what would you say, Erica? At least like 30 seconds to a minute. You want that to dry before you go into your primer or your foundation. You just kind of want to give it a minute. And that works too when you're layering your serums. Just give it a second, maybe like 30 seconds.
Let it sink into the skin.
Yeah, sink into your skin. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is set that foundation. Oh, I should take her off. Oh, Heidi, you're back. I'm glad you're getting out of us. So what I have done is I took our amazing eye makeup remover and I use the flat ones actually, and I just scooped out that little excess powder. So that's why I do my eyes first, because if anything drops, then I can go and scrape it up. And now we're going to do our foundation, and we're going to start with our primer. So the Mary Kay primer, it's such an amazing product. It's a silicone-based primer, and it's going to go on super smooth. If you are not a foundation girl, the cool thing about this is you do this after all your skincare because you're getting an extra layer of SPF 15. It's going to protect your skin. Okay. You could just, I know Heidi's super natural. Heidi's actually my cousin, super natural. And she looks gorgeous. And if you don't want to go into a foundation, I want to read you what women say when they just wear this. So you can totally just wear this alone as a protection. And when worn alone, it still provides these skin perfecting benefits. It helps even out skin texture, helps reduce the appearance of pores, fine lines, and wrinkles, which we all want, and other skin imperfections. And it helps improve our skin's complexion because it's protecting it too, right?
Right.
So you can do this with your fingers if you want. I saw another sister sales director use her foundation brush, and now I'm hooked. So I actually just take my foundation brush because I'm kind of snobby. I don't want to get my hands dirty. So I just take that and go all over my face. And I'm going to show you. So right now I'm using the liquid foundation brush, and you're not getting an up close picture because I need to clean it, but I'm going to show you a clean one in just a second. So I take that and I just do that all over. The other thing that you can do, and what I used to do before, is I would just put it in the palms of my hand and kind of get it nice and good. And then, always again, rubbing up and out. It feels uncomfortable initially, but you're just going to get used to that everything we do, we want to go against gravity. We don't want to pull it down, right? And that's it. It's super fast. But now I have a layer of protection, but also for those makeup gals, the cool thing about this, think of like priming your wall. Does anybody have bad story of that? When I was in my early 20s, we wanted a red kitchen. My roommate and I, it was like our first place. And we did not know about primers. And I don't even think back then they had the cool ones where they were like made together. So we had 3 coats of red on one wall and like 5 on the other because we didn't do the primer. So the cool thing about the primer is it's going to fill in all those gaps, right? So that then when we put our foundation on, everything's going to look super smooth. It's also going to help everything hold together. That's another reason why we use primers, is it helps it last longer. Okay, so we've primed our face. Then I just want to show you quick of the brushes, and Erica's going to get right into the foundation, and this is going to be super cool. Sorry, my little doggy.
Trini, what you were saying about the red paint, it made me think about, because you said you had to use more paint because you didn't prime. So the same thing with our primers. When you use a primer, you also use lesser product because you have a smooth surface. Your surface is already even and filled in. So then your makeup will just easily glide on. So less will be more. Yes, because we don't want it going on and going into all our little cracks and crevices. And you may be on a really great skincare reg, and that's awesome. Our products are amazing, but we still naturally throughout the day, I was thinking about this getting ready. I'm like, one day we need to have a contest who can post the silliest getting ready
picture, right? Because we all, when we do our eyes, that's like, dang it, I just scrunched myself. So it's going to help fill in, like she said. So then it just goes right beautifully across the top. So here is, and Erica might even have her own that she loves to use, but this is the foundation one that I use. And then we also have this one. This is what we talked about on the brown night. And this is going to be for fuller coverage, or you can just use it as blending. And then some people like to do their foundation with our sponge. I love these beauty sponges because I use them more for blending. You want to make sure you get it wet though. And then another good tip is take our finishing spray and spray it before you put it on your skin, because that keeps the makeup from going into the sponge as much. It's still going to go in a little bit. But those are kind of your tools. And have you ever seen this, Erica? I saw this once and my mind was blown. In the 90s, those little triangle sponges were like the big thing, right? Oh, Sierra loves the blending brush. Yeah,
she's a blending girl. Yes.
So this is just like a quick little thing. I saw someone do this once. So some people like to use their fingers, right? Okay, so I'm going to take this on a mirror and I'm going to rub that foundation in with my finger. Okay. Then you can take your little sponge, and I'm going to do it with a sponge, which these are better than the white ones. But when you do the sponge, you're going to see kind of the difference in that. And then I want to show you the brush. I think I got a little bit too much on with the other one. And the cool thing with the brush, and Erica will actually show this as she's doing it, but it allows you to kind of tap more and get it on really smooth, but it gives you a better coverage.
Nice. So it's just, I think about a painting palette. You know, when you paint, you have like the little, I forgot what it's called, the little tray that you put the paint on. Yeah.
So you see this one, can y'all see in the light? So the finger's okay, but it's got a little splotchy. And the sponge I like to do more for blending, because if you're really just wiping it on, you're going to have a lot of holes. But look how darker it is on this when you tap.
Nice.
I mean, our sponges are what, $14 to $16. They're, you know, and it's such a, if you get the exact shade, which Erica's going to show you, it's going to be one flawless coverage and you're not going to have any little holes, right? So I saw that once and my mind was like blown. So I'm going to kick it over to Erica and she is going to tell us how to actually find our perfect match. Okay.
Absolutely. Okay. So I love matching foundation. It's what I do, girl. I love it. So one of the easiest ways to find your perfect match of foundation, of course, Mary Kay have where you can go online and there's a foundation finder tool that you can use to give you an idea of what would be your perfect match foundation. In reality, our skin, our undertones, our skin tone itself, a lot of times you really can't see your match until it's on the skin, okay? And so what I like to do swabs of foundation on the side of my cheek to see which one will actually blend directly into my skin. Okay, so the first thing you want to know is your skin tone. Are you bronze, beige, ivory? Okay. And then you want to know your undertone. That's if it's a cool, a warm, or a neutral undertone. The way you can understand that is if your skin tends to burn in the sun, then it is pretty much a cool undertone. If you basically tan, it is a warm undertone. And if you don't really see anything happen with your skin in the sun, then more than likely you're neutral. Okay. So what I love about Mary Kay's foundations, our Timewise 3D foundations, they come in a matte and a normal to draw. A matte and a luminous finish. All right. A lot of times people will pick that foundation depending on their skin type. So if you are oily, combination to oily, usually you would tend to go to a matte finish. If you have dry skin, a lot of times my customers with dry skin will pick a luminous finish. However, foundation is so personable. So it all depends on what you like and what look you like. Okay. So when your beauty consultant gets with you about your foundation, make sure you share with her the finish that you are looking for, because everyone wants a different finish and it may not be based on your type. You may have oily skin but still want a luminous dewy finish. It's, you know, it just depends how personable or what your desire for your finish look. Okay. Next, our foundations are labeled. I don't know if you can see it, but on the back of the actual foundation, it is going to state the skin tone, the undertone, and the number. Okay, so you'll see like this one says bronze W, which is for warm, 140. Okay, so the shades are going to come in different warmths and cools depending on your undertone. So this is what sets Mary Kay's foundation apart, because a lot of foundations on the market only match a woman's skin tone and not the undertone. And that's why a lot of women have issues finding a foundation that's perfect for them, that they are comfortable and confident in. Okay, so we got you covered. All right, so the way to match when you apply, once I find out my skin tone, I'm a bronze girl. So I'm going to go to our bronze, and then I'm going to look at the shades that are closer. Like if I'm just looking at it, literally, physically looking at the color, I'm going to pick 3 shades that are close to my skin tone. All right. And so for me, I have shades 120, 130, and 140. So I'm going to do 3 swatches, and I'm going to let you guys see how it looks, so you can see which foundation actually blends into my skin. And I want you guys to guess, to comment which one you think really looks good. Okay, so I'm going to start with 120. Let me put it right here. Right, that's 120. And then I'm going to swatch 130 right above that. And then once I swat it, guys, I'm going to pat it in to see. Okay, that's 130. So you'll see the difference in the tones, okay? And then the last one I'm going to put on my skin is 140 above the 130. All right. So I'm going to show you guys on there. So you see here is 120, 130, 140. All right. So I'm going to go in and pat, because when you blend a foundation, so how does that look? That's 120. Do you think that's my match?
It's hard to see the light, but yeah, it does. It does kind of look like it from. If you see this in person, it's so cool because it literally just dissolves right in.
Mm-hmm. That's 130. Okay. And this is going to be 140.
What do you think, ladies? No answer.
So what do you think? Which one disappeared into my skin? What was the closest one that seemed to disappear, that blended really well?
You get 5 entries if you guess.
Get 5 entries if you guess. Now let me share something with you. Now, me personally, I would go with 120. Mm-hmm. But I have rocked 140 depending on if I wanted a warmer look. 130 tends to have too much of orange undertone for me. So it makes me look orangey. Okay. So 120, this is 120. Can you even see it?
Yeah, it just kind of dissolved after a little bit.
It just dissolved into the skin. Now, here's what I noticed with Mary Kay foundation. I have had clients that can rock 2 different shades because of the undertone and because of the undertone of it, and pretty much just their complexion. So it just depends on their personal preference. You know, so someone may say I want something warmer, and like the more I pat 140 in, it really blends. It starts to blend, right?
Yeah, it's hard to tell in the light. Like it almost looks like that's good. That one works too.
Yep. And then 120 is just like, you can't even see it. It's just blended. Right? So this is how you match. So if you are interested in foundation, a lot of times what we'll do, we will send you a sample, because we can send you to the finder. It's going to give you an idea, but you really won't be able to experience and truly see your match until you try it. You have to try a foundation, okay? Now, one thing that I love is that everything is 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you ever receive a foundation and the more you wear it, you like, you know what, I'm really not, I thought it matched, but it's not really looking it right. Because here's the deal. You also want to go in natural light and look at your foundation, okay? Different lights will give a different look to foundation, but the truest light is natural light. So when I match people, I tell them, make sure when you are trying your different foundation samples that you go in natural light and truly look at the shade and how it looks on your skin. The first one I had to adjust my lighting. Yes, Sierra, absolutely. But you will see the true color and match in natural lighting. That is the best light to have, okay?
That's a great point too for our consultants. When we do start doing more in-person appointments, to have your guests stand by a window so you can see that light coming in.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. Suggest consultants that are on here with your customers. Your job is to suggest what's best for them. Their job is to pick what's comfortable and makes them confident. So I've had customers that even though there was a foundation that was a perfect match for them, because they wanted a warmer or more of a neutral shade, they may have went with the second one. And that's absolutely fine. My job is to service her and make sure that she is confident and comfortable in the shade that she's wearing. Okay. So make sure that you guys understand that. Samples, if you go in InTouch, there's a sample packet that you can get for the foundations. Okay. So do not be afraid to make that investment. Your customers will love you, that you are truly letting them try the product before they invest in it. Okay, that's what we do. We service. Okay. So if you guys have any questions about foundation matching, this is the best way. Put it on your face so you can see. So you can see where this 130 is. Look how orange that is, right?
Yeah.
And then the 140 you can still see is kind of dark. So I would go with 120 because it's closer to my skin, and because I love to use like a bronzer to contour. I would even my complexion with this 120. All right. Yeah. Another guide, a lot of times your customer face may be a little bit darker than your neck. Okay. I've seen that where they look, because they tend to get more sun on the face beaming down. You have a little shade if you have extra chin. So a lot of times they may appear to be a little warmer on the neck. So that's another guide to look as far as their true foundation. You want everything to blend up. Okay. All right. Does the primer help prevent an oily reaction to foundation? Yes, absolutely. It's a silicone base, so you do not get a dewy or oily finish, Heidi. Good question.
And if you find that you're still seeing some oil seep through, we have an awesome oil mattifier. But yeah, unless you're super like a oily or combo skin type, you might not need the mattifier.
Absolutely. So you can definitely use an oil mattifier, or you can also use a powder to set, which will be our next Wednesday night, which we will talk about how to set it and forget it and really get an amazing finish. All right. But Good question, Heidi.
Yes. Or like she talked about, I mean, Mary Kay does have different foundations. So if you are more like, I love mineral mineral powder foundation, or I love a cream to powder, or I love the just mineral foundation. Mary Kay has those things too. What we love about the Timewise is that it has the same Timewise 3D anti-aging complex built into it. So where it's like, hey, give me more anti-aging, but also remember she mentioned the 2 different formulas. So if you find that you are a little appear a little oily, you could also go with the matte finish. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So we have a large foundation wardrobe. And so just like our clothes and styles are different day versus night, your foundation wardrobe may be the same. Sometimes I rock a mineral powder, especially if I'm just going out on like just a daily walk or something, or a CC cream.
Yes.
But if I'm doing more of I really want to look made up, I really want more coverage, then I'll either go to the liquid or a cream to powder. So there is a foundation that will meet your need and your style at any point of time. It's all about diversity. You want to have different types on how you feeling. You know, sometimes I'm like, baby, I'm about to go way out. I may need some full coverage today, right? So it just depends, you know, what you're rocking, how are you feeling? Is your confidence really high, or do you want to go glam, or do you want to go subtle? But there's different foundations that will meet your need.
I love that you mentioned the CC cream too, because sometimes I will start with that. And for our more natural gals, it's kind of like a tinted moisturizer. It stands for complexion correction. It's going to help just make everything look just beautiful, but you're still going to see freckles with that one. But it's light enough that it could even be your base coat later in the day if you want to apply your foundation, and it's not going to look super cakey. So I love that too. It's like, that's a great point.
Great point, because they're buildable. They are buildable. So, you know, a lot of times I will apply CC cream all over, but then I may come within with the cream to powder on my cheeks and use the cream to powder to do contouring. You know, so it just depends on what look you want. CC cream is amazing color corrector. So if you have any redness that happens in the skin, it helps to tone down and neutralize, giving you an even complexion. So I love the CC cream. And I never used to be a foundation girl. Before I did Mary Kay, y'all, I was into bare minerals. Like I just wore a little powder. You know, and the more I learned, I started being more receptive to foundation when I learned that it was really a protector for your skin, you know, and so it really creates that barrier for, you know, daily wear and tear, walking out, toxins, and just the environment. It really helps to protect your skin. All right. And so here's another thing. You shouldn't be changing tones back, you know, when you're in the sun. If you see that you are having to change your foundation with the seasons, that means you're not wearing enough SPF. There's not protection there because you're getting sun damage. So when you protect your skin with the correct products and SPF, you'll notice that you'll tend to stay more in the same shade, okay? Because your skin is not really getting as much heat damage. Okay, so a lot of times we've used that, oh, I'm just tanning. No, girl, you're burning. Okay, you're burning. It looks like a tan, but our skin is taking a hit. You know, that's what tanning is. It's burning up the skin pretty much. It's burning up the skin cells. So,
yeah, I think there's like a lot of good takeaways from tonight. But
any questions?
Oh, you froze. I didn't know you were still talking, love. Sorry. Sorry. As I say, one of the takeaways I would say is that foundation is our last step in our skincare routine.
Absolutely.
Someone said, I can't take credit for that. Someone said that, and I thought it was really good. You're right. It just protects you. Absolutely. Yes. Did anybody have questions like Erica asked? Should I show them quickly the how to find the online one for consultants that might
go ahead and put that up if you don't mind?
Yeah, it's really simple, y'all. So let's do a screen share. I'm gonna go to my Safari. So I'm just on the Mary Kay website. Okay. And then there is at the very top, those tabs say tips and trends. Underneath your tips and trends, you've got a couple different options, and we're going to go to how-tos. Some awesome other how-tos in there, but you want to go over to makeup guides and hit foundation guide. Okay. And then below you should see, I just had, where did it go? Oh, find your shade. Yeah. Down here, you scroll to the TimeWise 3D and find your shade. Okay. And there's the quiz. And like Erica said, sometimes it's not 100% accurate. So if you are, like she said, you want to give your customers three shades or so for them to play with, 3 to 4 if you're able. But that is where you'll find it.
It's basically a guide. It's going to guide you to the closest shade according to according to your responses. It will guide you there to your closest shade. But your beauty consultant will make sure that you have multiple samples to try to find your perfect match.
And then let's show you the deals that we have tonight.
Yeah.
And Erica's going to close us off. What I thought was I forgot to show y'all this. Check this out. Okay. Here is a huge picture of using primer. Look at her chin once she added that primer, and look at the orange without the primer and with the primer. And so that's what it's doing to your skin, y'all, before you put that foundation on. Oh, so good. So Erica, you want to walk them through our little special?
Absolutely. Okay, guys. So for tuning in tonight for our foundation night, you will have the opportunity to take advantage of this amazing deal. Okay, so you'll be able to get a foundation and a brush of your choice for $45. Is that correct? I'm trying to see.
Oh, with the primer. Yeah. So normally I think with the primer,
I have my glasses on. I'm like, All right, so you'll get the primer, the foundation, and the brush of your choice for only $45, okay? So if you are interested in taking part of that special, make sure you get with your beauty consultant or get with one of us if you are our customer, and we will get that in the mail for you if you are not local, or if you're local, we'll get it to you soon. All right, and so we are going to go ahead and wrap it up. Heidi says she needs some primer. Yes, Heidi, you need it in your life, girl. All right, so we thank you again for tuning in with us on this Wednesday night. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you had fun. I hope you had an aha moment, like, now I know how to match my foundation. And so we hope all the information that we shared with you tonight was really helpful. Join us tomorrow is going to be our skincare night, so you do not want to miss. We're going to be talking about the Fabulous Repair line. You do not want to miss that. All right. And so we're just going to close it up because I always love to end with the opportunity. You know, we love locking arms with other amazing women, and Mary Kay has been so good to us and many other families. It's a great business, but it's also an amazing circle of women that want more, need more. So if you are watching this and you like something about this, or if you're just looking at us and saying, you know what, I can do this, I can come on live and just have fun and just chat about, you know, skincare or color, or just, you know, just be who you are. We would love to chat with you. Mary Kay is one of the top companies. We are the highest paying direct sales at 50% profit on everything that we sell. And that is just one stream that you get paid in Mary Kay. There's multiple streams of revenue that you on how you get paid in Mary Kay. And so we would love to share that information with you. And you know what? The consultants that are on here, if you are a guest of a consultant, she would love just to share some information and get your opinion, whether it's for you or not for you. It helps her to grow in confidence in sharing this amazing opportunity with other people. So we would love that you would be a resource for her and help her grow as these consultants also move up in their business, and give them your opinion of what you heard. So we hope you guys had an amazing night tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Trinity, is there anything you want to say before we say goodbye?
No, I love that you said be a referral for your consultant. It might not be for you, but you might know someone who is broke with COVID, needs some women in their life, needs some more
Absolutely.
joy. I think all those things happen. And also remember that when you come on our lives, if you bring 3 guests, oh, thanks, girl. If you bring 3 guests with you, you get an item at 50% off. And I believe I have to check in with Heidi, but I believe she's coming on tomorrow night with her friend, her mama, and her grandma for that repair night. So yeah, right. She's getting all of them. So she's going to get some hostess benefits, but also just what we were doing for everyone in the beauty experience. 3 people gets you a 50% off item. So talk to your consultant, and we'll still be doing our drawing 48 hours, Erica.
Yes.
From now, okay. So consultants, you have time to get some customers in to watch this and comment to win. And yeah, I'm done. I'm done. You got anything else, girl?
That's it. We are going to wrap it up. I hope you ladies have a beautiful, blessed night, and we will see you all tomorrow. Bye.